Recording. We talked about the services, but we didn't
No, sir.
write anything about, right?
No.
Okay, all right. So it's better we quickly note down the things, right? So have the sub like the heading services of the internet. Then under that, number one, World Wide Web, right? You don't need to list it down since we are writing it, right? So services of the internet is the heading, and under that you can put one. Much better if you put one, the World Wide Web. Yeah, so then these things, it is a large collection of electronic document saved in the computers all around the world connected to the internet. That is the first point. And these two as well. It's better you go like point by point, right? And after the last point, which I highlighted, like a user who use www can access website through a web browser. Then under that, the examples of web browsers, you may write this list. What is showed over here, right? Let me know when you're done, people. Okay, one is done. How about others? Right, two are done. Okay, three are done. Right, so okay, there are like two, three students who have joined recently, right? Like just now. So we were right in the services of the internet, Durabutara. And so we had the heading services of internet. Please mark it on your book so you can copy later. So services of the internet, the heading in page number 69, right? And so as the very first one, World Wide Web, the subheading under that. Then these points we listed down, right? And then at the end of the last point, we put these web browsers as the example. These browsers as the example. So it is. And yeah, here, like, do we get anything new? Now here we don't have nothing new. Like we talked about it. We talked about the URL. We'll talk about the HTML in the HTML lesson, so we don't need to write it. And the rest is like describing how we are going to surf right in the internet. So this is enough, right? Yeah. Yeah. Just write this one. This will be important. And before you start this, it's better you say in a website. So you start it from in a website. The page which contains the basic information about the website is called the home page. Oh yeah. In a website උත් ඕනෙත් නැහැ. ලියාගත්තත් කමක් නැහැ. But copy it down. The page which contains the basic information about the website is called the home page. The other pages of the website can be accessed through the hyperlinks included in it. Right. So yeah, those 2 points. Okay, one is done. How about others? All right, so let's move forward. So the next service, file transfer protocol. So number two, file transfer protocol. Yeah, yeah. Write the second paragraph, people. That is sufficient. Okay, are we done, people? All right. Okay, so moving forward, we were talking about these things, right? At the very last points in the last session. So remote access, the third one, and under the remote access. Yeah, it's better you. Yeah, it's better you write the entire thing. Yeah, those are some important stuff. So copy it down, people, regarding the remote access. Yeah, are we done, people? Right, one is done. How about others? Right, two are done. How about others? Okay. Is there anyone still writing? So otherwise we can move, people. So if anyone is still writing, please indicate. I'm going to move. All right. So yeah, people, just confirm whether you can hear me clearly. It's raining around. So is there any interference? So is my voice clear? Yes, everyone. Can you hear me clearly? Right. Okay, Dinity.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. 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 Sandhuni, I think it will be okay, right? All right. Let's take the fourth one. File sharing. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. You started from here. and write the examples as well. All right, one is done. How about others? All right, so let's move forward. Now, streaming of media. Yeah. Yeah, people, for streaming of media, I want you to draw this diagram, right? Like, you don't need to like be very like graphics තියෙන විදිහට මන්දින්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Just have the steps, what is really happening, right? So just indicate a computer and particular square to indicate the web server, and a particular square to indicate the media server, right? Then the connection, right? So that's the fifth one, streaming of media. Yeah, people, how's the situation? All right, one is done. How about others? Okay, two are done. Three are done. Right, okay. Seems everyone is done. All right, so moving forward, search engines. So regarding search engines, yeah, you started from here. Yeah, plus this point. Yeah, as well as the examples, people, regarding the search engines. All right, one is done. Yes, Susu, I will come on. All right, seems everyone is done. So let's move to the domain name server. I'm not going to write about it because we discussed about it, right? So we are not going to talk about it right over here. Yes. All right, so today we are going to talk about the emails, right? So that is something very practical that you and me, like everyone is experienced nowadays, like the usage of the emails was increasing significantly for the last year regarding this pandemic situation, right? And it's one of the cheapest, one of the cheapest method that we can use. So only the data cost will occur on a person who is using the email services or the electronic mail services. And when you are when you establish a network, you can have your own email facility inside the network, as well as like when you need an email account as a general public, we can create an email account with the help of the email service provider, someone like gmail.com, right? So from all around the world, there are like different kinds of email service providers like Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, right? There are many. So from that, you can create an email account and use the emailing facility for free of charge, right? And nowadays, uh, email account is not just an email account. It provides you many different services. Apart from the emailing, it provides you the chat service, the video chat service, right? And as well as the Google Drive and all kind of the access for the Google Drive and all kind of storage facilities, right? It's not only the Google which provides the storage facility. Now the Yahoo and all these people uh, I tend to provide those facilities when you are creating a Gmail account or like email account, right? So now it's a bundle, right? Not just sending, not just used to send an email, right? So I'll explain you what really happens here. Like without this diagram, I'll give you something descriptive, right? Yeah, and inside an email, uh, like when we are creating a particular email, we have a username and a particular domain name. Now we know about the domain name, like when we are talking about the URLs, right? So like facebook.com, instagram.com, those are like kind of domain names. So in email, it has the same thing, right, as the domain name part, and as well as there is a part called username, which is we are going to create according to our expectation, or like according to I'm sorry, according to our requirement. So username can be any different name which can be given by the person who is creating the email account, right? And at symbol is there. Then after it will define, or it will specify what is the domain name is. So at symbol is there to separate the username from the domain name, right? So in an email, you can find only one at symbol, right? Uh, which divide or like separate the username from the domain name, right? And later it is talking about how to send an email. So we'll come to that. And I'll tell you what happens uh, with an email, like what happened when we send the email, right? So as you and me all know, there is a person, or like there is another person, there is a email service provider for each and every one of us, right? Like if you are not uh, set up a particular email in a particular local area network, if you are use internet to send an email, you must need a email service provider. Right now, if I take about myself, I'm having a Gmail account. So Gmail is my email service provider. So email service provider has an email server, right? So what is this email server? I think I have mentioned about this like earlier, but I'll go through it again, right? So email server, again, it's kind of a computer, right? It's not something that we see like like something that we use like you and me, right? It's some computer which has the capability of some big storage, right? And it knows how to communicate, or like how to connect with the internet and provide in this space for the people who are asking the email facility, right? So email service provider has the email server. So let's take it as a particular computer when we are drawing the diagram, but you have to remember, and at the end of the day, it's a computer, but it's a high performing one, and which has a very uh, big capacity inside it, and has all the email accounts which is registered under them all around the world, right? So things are happening like this. Hold on a second, people. Just need to find the place where we were discussing. Yeah, I'll take this part. So now if this is the email server, now it has the space for each and every account, which is each and every email account which is created by all around the world, the people all around the world, right? So if I say this is the let's say this is www.gmail.com, right? So these things can be separate different accounts which is created by separate users, right? So this is connected, this can be connected with a computer, right? So let's say this is abc at gmail.com, right? And likewise, this is, let's say, pqr at gmail.com, right? So likewise, once we create the email account, the email account is there inside the email server. So each and every person who creates their email account, it is located inside this email server, right? So what we are doing is providing the particular username or a password. We are just connecting. We are connecting with the vacant space or the allocated space of us in the email server, right? So it is not actually in our computer, it is in the server. So likewise, there can be many different email accounts inside an email server, right? So now situation, like when you are sending an email from one place to another, like from one sender to another, like let's say like abc@gmail.com, that person need to send a mail to the pqr@gmail.com, right? So their flow is easy for them to do, right? So what they are doing is like abc@gmail.com, the person will send an email, it will go and store a copy of it will be stored in the abc@gmail.com, and the email will be sent from this account to this account, right? So let me make it much clearer. That's nice. Let's write it like this: abc@gmail.com, accessing computer, accessing PC, in short, pqr@gmail.com, accessing PC, right? So this is the place, this is the actual place where it contains the ABC ABC's email account, right? And this is going to be pqr at gmail.com. Let me make it as abc@gmail.com. It will be much clearer. Right? So when you need to send a message or the email, right, it will be composed over here by accessing that. So sending this particular email to the PQR, it is just making a copy inside here and sending that from this email account to this email account. So it will be having an email, then he will be receiving the email, right? So this is the sender, and this is the receiver, right? So it's a very simple thing happens through the internet. Oh, where is this? Just a second, people. right? So through the internet connection, they connect with this, their separate email accounts. So once it is sent, the particular email will be sent from the email account, the sending email account, to the receiving email account in the same email server if they are sending to the same person, or like the same email clients, right? So it will be received at the receiver's end. And in case if you are sent something from a one particular email server to another particular email server, right? So like let's think about the ymail.com, right? So if this is the www.ymail.com, it's another email server. Let's say it is www.ymail.com, right? So let's say a particular person who has the email address from Gmail, let's say it is xyz.gmail.com. Is going to be the sender, and let's say this is the actual email account that he has inside the email server, right? And he is trying to send a mail which has the email address efg at ymail.com. And he is going to be the receiver, right? So what actually happens, the email is created over here and will be communicated to this particular end. So they will have the email from here, and there it will be sent to the particular place. And this is the actual place of efg at email.com, at ymail.com, right? Inside the email server. Right, and then it is going to communicate to the client computer, right? So this is what it is happening, right? එතකොට same email server එකේදී වෙන්නේ එක email account එකකින් තව email account එකට ඒ server එක ඇතුළෙම ඒ දෙන්න මාරු කරගන්නවා. එතකොට මම යවුවොත් if I'm containing a Gmail account and one of you have the Gmail account, so your account and my account both are in the same email server. So when I'm sending an email to the other person, so from my particular account, the mail will be sent to the other particular account. So both are accessing the same email server and retrieving what they ask. And when I'm sending to a different email server, right? Gmail in කෙනෙක් Yahoo Ymail එකට email එකක් යවනවා. නැත්නම් hotmail.com එකට email එකක් යවනවා. So then going to the particular email server, and from that email server it will reach to the other email server. Then from that email server the particular client will be able to retrieve it. Hari, clear the scenario එක, people? Just confirm. Yeah, Saran, it's like this. Saran, now these are the computers, this particular place. This is the computer that we are accessing. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ගෙදර ඉඳලා මේ access කරන දෙන්න මේ ඉන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එක through මේ email server එක තමයි access කරන්නේ. ඒතර මේක මම ගත්තේ www.gmail.com කියලා, which is the server, right? So I am logging into my account. So I have my particular space. That is what I name as abc@gmail.com. The other person is logging to his account. So it is what we call pqr@gmail.com. So both are having the same email server's account. දෙන්නටම තියෙන්නේ Gmail accounts. So both are logging into the same email account. So when you need to send some email to a person who is in the same email server, so this is what happens. So abc@gmail.com වල ඉඳලා pqr@gmail.com වලට mail එකක් යවුවා. මගේ computer එකේ මම compose කරලා send කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඒක මගේ email account එකෙන්, email server එකේ තියෙන මෙන්න මේ email account එකෙන් මෙන්න මෙයාගෙන් ඒක යන්න ඕන තැන email account එකට ඒක direct වෙනවා. Right? So it was a මේකට log වුණාම ඒ අදාළ එක්කෙනා, so he can see the message that I have sent. ඒක clear ද සරන්? Right. Then the other scenario is like someone is trying to send an email to a different email server. කියන්නේ xyz@gmail.com කියන එක්කෙනා මේ efg@ymail.com කියන එකට message එකක් යවනවා. So එතනදි වෙන්නේ he creates the message, send it. So from the account in the Gmail server, that message will be sent to the account inside the Ymail server. Right? මේ පෙන්නලා තියෙන්නේ ඒක. Right? So that particular person who has the efg@ymail.com email account will give the username and password and log into his account so he can see the message received. Is that clear, Saran? Right, great. Okay, people, let's take this down. Right? Hold on. I need you to say what to be written regarding the email. Yeah. You don't need to write the using internet for communication. You can have the heading electronic mail, right? So under the electronic mail, yeah. Saran, yes. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's better you copy these things, people. Oh, sorry, Saran. It is imprinted into my mind as Saran, right? So, yeah, thanks for the reminder. Right. One is done. Yeah, then you can go for the diagram, people. Okay, so if you are done, you can draw this. People, if you are not clear with anything, just ask me, right? All right, one is done. How about others? Okay, two are done. All right, is there anyone still drawing the diagram? Okay, I'm moving to the next one, right? Just let me know if there is anyone. All right, so like after the diagram, you can write about the structure of the email. Yeah, you write this sentence: an electronic mail address takes the form as follows, and draw this particular diagram, right? Diagram means like exam at donates.lk, the explanation. Yeah. Okay, are we done? All right, one is done. How about others? Are we done, people? Can we move? All right. Okay, so we are moving forward. Yeah, from this. Yeah, as the very last part, you copy these things, right? So these are something that you know, right? So, but just keep it on the track, right? So once you've done that, you can leave since it is 4:30, right? So by next week, we are sending the emails and we talk about these other two services and the cloud computing. Once we're done with the cloud computing, we can done, yeah, probably we will be able to finish lesson by next week, right? So copy this and then you can leave, right? So thank you very much, people. I'll meet you on next Sunday for the very same time, right? Have a nice weekend and be safe, people, right? තව සතියක් දෙකක් මෙහෙම හිටියොත් we will be able to walk around again. I guess so, right? Let's hope the things will go like from better to best, right? Okay, you can copy this and you can leave, right? Thank you very much again.